तो मैं 2 मिनट के लिए बात करूंगा। मुझे सिर्फ 2-3 चीज़ें कहनी हैं, and I'm going to speak in English if you don't mind. First, Mr. C.K. Prasad of the Press Council. I want to, enough has been said about the Press Council. I'll only add one more thing. Mr. Prasad, you have been a judge of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court enjoys my highest respect, and I want to be able to retain that respect for the Supreme Court. Many things have happened in the last few years, particularly the last few months, which have made it difficult for me to do so. But nonetheless, by and large, my trust in the court remains intact. What you have done, suo moto, what you have done, suo moto, has not merely damaged the Press Council, it's also damaged my respect, and I think the respect of a lot of people in this country, for the Supreme Court itself. That's something we cannot afford. Please, I ask of you, directly withdraw your petition. That's all I request of you. There are no half measures in this, no clarifications. Withdraw your petition. May I now come to Kashmir? 2 minutes. I've been going there for 30 years. I've been an interlocutor between 3 governments and their separatists. I've been there when there's been a curfew. I have been out on the streets at that time. I've been in cars at that time, and I've been stoned for my pleasures, or for my work, for my effort to keep working. I've seen it all. I've seen the anger that grows. And I want to tell you what is going to happen now. Because while you have not been allowed to go, and we will not be allowed to go, and it will get worse and worse, I can tell you, not better, the restrictions. There is still a lot we can do from outside. First and foremost, the anger in Kashmir is totally bottled up. Totally bottled up. You cannot keep anything bottled up forever without an explosion. Where does the explosion come? I know from earlier curfews that there is, particularly in the, as you call it, the informal curfew, there is a period of an hour, hour and a half in the evening when there's a relaxation, when you're allowed to go out and buy your foodstuffs, etc. for the next day, whatever it may be. That is the time of maximum danger, because in Kashmir the houses are tiny. August is a very hot month. People boil and they have nothing to do but think about what is being done to them all day. When they come out, the youth in particular are in an extremely dangerous mood. That's when the maximum stone throwing used to take place, and that is when whatever is going to happen is going to happen. What will be the government's reaction? They will crack down very, very hard, and the greater the reaction of the Kashmiris, they have left themselves with no option but to use guns, pellet guns, and anything under the sun that they can use to physically prevent this. And they will be killing in Kashmir. And then there will be a moment when there is a major reaction, and maybe an army patrol or some security group will be attacked and killed, or maybe just attacked. And at that point, you will all be blasted with information on what the militants have done, exactly as in the case of Pulwama. And then that will become the justification for 10 times greater force being used in Kashmir. This is a direction that leads, we are in Kali Yuga, it leads to Pralaya. Because I can guarantee you something, it will bring in jihadis from across the border, and they will not stop at Kashmir, they will come into the whole of India. Pakistan is under tremendous pressure not to let this happen. It's under financial pressure which it can barely withstand. But today even the most temperate Prime Minister like Imran Khan is completely, he's helpless. Because should this happen, this progression take place in Kashmir, which I think is inevitable based upon my past experience, no government in Pakistan will be able to stop the anger there. The anger in the people, the anger in the religious circles, and the anger in the army. And whether we like it or not, we will get invaded by jihadis. This is my worry. Beyond that, the next step could be a surgical strikes, and from that, the next step could be war. We are facing this. Let us not fool ourselves on this. War is always an unintended consequence. There has not been a single war from the First World War till today which has been planned from scratch, except perhaps Hitler's invasion of Poland, and of course Russia later. And you saw what that got him. So the thing is, we will be told it's because of them we have no option. It's what Pakistan has done, we have no option. We must prevent that by writing from our knowledge of Kashmir, from the little tidbits of information. We have to draw our conclusions, and we present them as conclusions based upon information, not as reports. You may not be able to report from Kashmir, but you can comment on what's happening in Kashmir. And all of us have that right, and many of us have sufficient experience of Kashmir to be able to do it. Let us do it. We have one journalist from Z News who has had the courage to resign, and his resignation thing is on Twitter. It's gone viral. He has said one simple thing. He said, we are being used as the propaganda arm of the government, and we are allowing ourselves to be used. And when they have used this to the full, and people like Kanhaiya Kumar have been demonized sufficiently, if someone kills them, we will be responsible. Are you willing to take that responsibility on your shoulders? I will take one more minute. You've taken lots of time.
Only on media.
No, sorry.
Not political issues, please.
No, I'm very sorry.
No, this is only for media, sir.
Yes.
Please.
So as media people, you need to anticipate these things and to write about them. Write about them even when you don't have direct information. And write about them when there are people who are doing the opposite and just spouting government propaganda. Thank you.
IWPC के महासचिव विनीता पांडे से चाहेंगे कि वो अपनी बात रखें। IWPC जब भी कभी कोई बात हुई है पत्रकारों पर या पत्रकारिता पर, जब भी कभी हमले हुए हैं, तो प्रेस एसोसिएशन, IWPC प्रेस क्लब और एडिटर्स गिल्ड हम सब साथी मिलजुल करके उसके सामने खड़े रहे।